Alrighty, we're back. This is Xpu-Ha, and he is our green collar male. He is our class clown. He's already being a clown. Got poop on his neck. He is definitely our funny one. He's big and goofy, and he is a large boy. He's a blue Parti, and blue means he's going to fade a little bit in these spots. So he will end up being a lighter kind of, well, more like a dark gray, like a gun barrel gray color in his spots. If he fades to normal blue color, he can stay this color and he's still considered a blue. His face is very blue. So blue is just not dark black. Anything that's dark, that's between, that's not dark black, but goes lighter than that, but darker than a silver. And silver is, you know, pretty explanatory. Then they're considered a blue. So he is a blue. If you want to know what he's going to look like, all you have to do is go to highmesastandards.com and look at Pierce in our sires. He is his dad, and he is the spitting image of his dad. He is reserved, and so we're just doing this for his family. He is super loving, yes, yeah. Super loving and sensitive. He's very sensitive. He's a lower energy, but not too low. I would say he's not, you know, I think a lot of times his sensitivity makes him a little bit slower to do things. That's really typical of poodles. They're very cautious. So he's a little more cautious. That will probably wear off judging by his personality, because he loves to make people laugh, and he is so funny when he gets bucking his little body. And he spins in circles and chases his tail, and I mean, he's just hilarious. So he likes to be busy, but he's not like neurotic busy or anything like that. He just is, he loves to play. He loves to be silly. Yeah. And he loves people. He loves children. He's very social. He's just a very social dog. If he thinks he's going to get in trouble, though, he goes away and hides somewhere. Like he goes under a chair and says, please don't yell at me. He does not like being yelled at. But he's going to be one that probably doesn't need to be yelled at very much because he's very compliant. I've found that he does whatever I ask him to do. And he's really just all about the fun. And he's just so big and goofy. He is smart, but I think sometimes his play wants to overrule his intelligence. So he does learn things very quickly, and he always wants to be by me. He's always one of the first in my lap or up on me, and he's happy whenever he's with me, if you can tell. He gives you these eyes like he's just totally in love with you, and I just love him. He was my pick of the litter. He would be the one that I would want to carry on his genetics just because he's so happy. But his body, I wouldn't say is what I would want to carry on genetic wise. It's not like he's got a lot wrong with him, and he might not when he grows up, but he just is bigger than we like in our program. And I'm trying to reduce my size down. He's going to be pretty big. 65 pounds, I'm guessing, judging by the past puppies. But in saying that, this is a different dad, and this dad is not as tall as our last dad. We wanted to put his dad into the mix because he's a much healthier version of a male poodle. We wanted a wider chest to maybe prevent some bloat issues that poodles get. We wanted a better back end to get some angulation out of their back end, which he doesn't have a lot of angulation, but most of ours do. So that's another thing. We wouldn't want to take him and put him back in the mix and end up taking the angulation out of the back of our puppies. So his grandma doesn't have a lot of angulation, and neither does his mother. So Pierce has put angulation mostly into this litter, but he didn't get a lot of that. So He got a lot of other good stuff though. Yes, he did. He's got a beautiful face and he's got a beautiful attitude, don't you? And he's just a good dog. So this is Xpu-Ha. I don't know what his name will be. I'm sure they're not going to run around calling him Xpu-Ha all the time. But he is our green collar male. He's reserved and he is fantastic.